everyone, it's Heather. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me for this video. I wanted to do a video about metal embellishments, sort of following on from the brads that I made, the flower brads, where I used some UV nail varnish to colour them. The same thing happened really, doing some tidying up. I came across various different tins and pots of items that I'd made in the past, and what I want to do is sort of put all like items together and sort them out so I'm more likely to use them in future in the journals, because I've found quite a lot of items that I've made in the past, and they're really cute and there's no reason why I can't use them, so I want to put them all together. But I thought it's a good opportunity to show you some of the things that I've made, and also have a bit of a play today, because I saw a video by Tim Holtz the other day and he was using embossing glaze and a new medium. I don't know whether it was new, but it was some sort of glue that he was using on metal embellishments in order to be able to set this embossing glaze. Now I've got quite a lot of embossing powders which I don't use very often at all, so I thought it might be nice to use those, and also I thought we'd have a bit of a play with the patinas as well. And I'll show you some of the paints that I've used in the past. I'm going to very quickly show you some of the items that I've made in the past that might, all the rattling around, that might be useful to sort of know about. So this one here is one of these, and all I did was glue in, well, I used patina first to colour, then I glued in some beads on that side, so it's got like a shallow sort of dish effect, and then on the other side I actually used Fimo, or Fimo, whatever it's called, little cane slicers. These are used extensively in nail art. I don't know whether you can see that okay, but it looks really pretty, and you just glue those in, and I think I used E6000 to glue those in, but it's a really pretty effect, and they make lovely sort of textural dangles for books, just to provide a bit of extra interest, so that's really cute. And that's just using the sort of dish shaped ones that are, obviously that's a pendant normally, so that would be for jewellery making. I also used patina, the different colour patinas on these, so these are normally sort of a bronzy colour, and it just makes a really lovely, it's almost an enamel effect, so you just put a small amount on and then rub it off. And I do believe I have in the past used alcohol inks with these, but I think this was using the patina, but you know what, I can't be completely sure because it's so long since I've done them, but they do look pretty, don't they? So again, it's just adding a little bit of colour, and you can colour them up according to the sort of colour palette that you're using in your journal. So I really like those, so I'm quite glad I found those. I used bottle tops, so you squash bottle tops, I'm sure everybody's done this, and then I've just added one of the rabbit charms, really inexpensive charms, and I've coloured it. I don't know whether you can see that on camera very well, but I've basically used, again, just some of the patina to colour the rabbit and then just buffed it off so that you can still see some of the metal and realise that it's still metal. Again, a very similar thing there, just squashed the bottle tops, glued in some beads, and on this one I've just added a little bit, I think it was gold acrylic paint that I've just rubbed over the top, and on that one I've just glued a little key. These keys look absolutely so cute when they are patinaed up as well, or just use an acrylic paint, because you can colour them according to the journal that you're using. So they're really cute as well, so I'll be able to use those. This is just again patina, using one of the decorations, I don't know which one, but that sort of thing, so it would have started off looking like that, and then I've just coloured it in, added a bird charm and a little bit of chain on there. And these ones are just drinks cans that I have coloured with the patina, so you can see that would have been a Coke can, I think. and I've just coloured them in the various different colours and then just buffed it off. So the edges are, I suppose they're slightly sharp, but it's no worse than, I mean, if you got a cut it would be no worse than a paper. It's not actually that bad, but they would look lovely on a journal, just to decorate a page. And the last one to show you, actually not the last one nearly, I've just used a cutout from a book, and I've coloured the, it's one of these actually. So I've coloured the outside using the patina again for that one. Now with these, some of them are quite cheap, so they will rust, which is actually quite nice. So if you're using a water-based adhesive on these, be mindful that some of them, depending on where you've got them from and the metal content, they may well rust. Obviously the aluminium drinks cans won't, so that one obviously is made from aluminium, and I've actually used acrylic on that one. But if I was to use a water-based glue on the aluminium, obviously it's going to stay the same. But on some of these where obviously the type of metal is different, you're going to get that oxidisation, you're going to get rusting, which is actually quite nice in some of the journals. And I really like the look on that because it's sort of given a faux rusty effect of the moth on it. So I really like that look as well, so I was quite pleased I found those. So this is the last thing I was going to show you. These bottle tops here, because they lend themselves to sort of a dish shape, I used these Pebeo, I don't know how you say that, fantasy prism paints, and they make that lovely sort of separated effect of the paint, and they come in little sets. So I'd got that one, the prism, and then the moon set, so you get a slightly different effect depending on which one you're using, and they lend themselves to this gorgeous effect, which is quite a lovely sort of silky texture, and they're just scrumptious, aren't they? I've popped, I don't know whether that was on purpose, I presume I did it on purpose, but just a little bit of the punched shapes of foil in there as well. So they're really cute. So I want to be able to use all these, so I'm going to separate them out so that they're there ready as embellishments rather than just having them in my ramel tins, which is really nice to sort of play around and leaf through, but I don't think to reach for them when I'm making a journal. And this one here, actually I'll show this, it's not a great picture, you probably can't even see the picture, but that's actually a picture of my daughter when she was tiny, and I put that into a bottle cap and then put some glossy accents over the top of it. It's not a brilliant picture because it's too faded, but that's the sort of thing you can make with the junk. You've probably all done it, you know, I'm not teaching you to suck eggs, and it's certainly not an original idea, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that I'd done. Another thing I did do, actually, whether I can find the one that I coloured, but these are, here we go, these, that's a brass ring, and I got that from a hardware store in a pack. I'm not sure whether it's a curtain ring or something like that. They're quite small, but you can squish them and emboss them and colour those as well, so they're quite nice because you can sort of make those into chains and dangles. So anyway, just any random piece of metal, to be honest, you can turn into something pretty using these various different coloration techniques. So let's do some colouring. Hi, I've finished having a bit of a play with the colours and I'm really pleased with the results. The gesso and acrylics work beautifully, so I've got a lovely matte surface and it's very shabby chic, and I don't know whether you can see it glinting, but you can still see a bit of the metal where it's rubbed off slightly, so I really love that. I love the colours that I've used there as well, so they're super. I'm really into the pastels at the moment, so I'm really pleased with those. Obviously the patina always works really well because it is designed to cover metal, to colour metal rather, but they're not the colours I particularly wanted to use, but I was just having a bit of a play, so they do work really well. It'd be just nice, I think, to probably have some lighter colours. These are very much sort of grungy colours, but I will be using them in something. And now for the embossing powders, I absolutely love the way that came out. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's the perfect coverage, so still seeing some of the metal, so it's almost chipped enamel type look. It's absolutely brilliant. This came out so much better than I even thought it would, so it's absolutely beautiful. I used ink on that one, and I just used a gel to sort of glue it down on here, and they both worked really well, so I absolutely love that. So it just goes to show you can use your embossing powders on metal, and that works beautifully. I don't know what the embossing glazes are like that I've seen, but I'm really pleased that I've been able to use the embossing powders that I've already got on some of these projects, so I'm just really pleased with those, and I'm going to be using them in a project soon. So thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care everyone, bye.